This is an introductory video I produced in 1987 at age 15 describing the Comet Team.
Through my association with the O'Hare Maintenance Managers Council, where I met Jack Dusak, who was then with TWA, Chuck Downey, Fred Liddell, who was the technical manager of British Airways. We used to sit and talk about this airplane, what was happening to it, some of the background on it. I checked with the Department of Aviation. They had a brief history of it. I found that it was sitting there in demise, ownership unknown, parking fees mounting up against it. They didn't really know what to do with it, apart from the fact the main thing was, oh gee Ross, that one we're going to give the fire department to burn. And I was absolutely horrified at that thought.
After negotiating with the city of Chicago, we were given the go-ahead to start work on the airplane. From there, the Comet Team was born, our goal to dismantle the jet for its trip to the Smithsonian. First of our tasks was the interior. The 12 years of vandalism and Chicago weather had taken its toll on the Comet, yet our dedicated members were still able to do a great job on the cabin. Dave Hamilton.
You have pictures of the before situation. You'll notice that a lot of the debris has been taken out of it. The carpets have, we've been attempting to vacuum things up just a little bit. The majority of the birds' nests have been removed. We're thinking about possibly taking the curtains off here and maybe seeing if they can be hand washed.
The cockpit alone took an entire day to clean. Most of the emergency hatches were left open over the years, providing a comfortable nesting place for the local birds. In addition, most of the radios and instruments disappeared over the years as well. On the agenda was the removal of the lower engine panels and cowlings. Removing the bird nest was easy, but the rusted out screws and bolts proved to be our biggest obstacle.
Four guests.
Oh, God!
This was the Comet Hilton, I think.
We're going to take this over to the dumpster and...
Yeah, I suppose so.
dump it in there.
Once the panels and cowlings were washed, we started on some of the bigger tasks. The 4 engines were next to come out.
Two main bolts, one on this side of the airplane, one on this side of the engine. They have to be disconnected and released. There are 2 other bolts that are up on the top of the wing that are not quite as complicated as this one that have to come off. And they connect to fuel lines, hydraulic lines, throttle linkages that were up in here, airlines.
The Air Force allowed us one of their cranes for the engine drop. Other companies donated their equipment as well, since each engine weighed over 4,000 pounds. After all 4 engines came out, winter had started to set in. After removing the right thrust reverser, we had our champagne toast and called it quits for the year. When the spring finally came around, the first to work on were the control surfaces, starting with the ailerons.
Guess what I got in my lap?
Yeah, really.
You got that in? You want me? I'll be good at this.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to come.
What?
What?
Yes.
That was last week or so. whenever you
Oh
talked
gosh,
about
no.
it. A long while back.
When we set this up last fall.
Heave.
It's just over.
The flaps and ailerons were relatively easy to remove, but the empennage gave us a problem due to its height. We had a choice of scaffolding or actually tipping the airplane back. We chose the latter, as you see now. To do it, we weighted the rear cargo hold with thousands of pounds of water held in large water drums. This did the job, and we started work.
Whenever you want to. It's loose.
Due to the learning curve on the wing, removal of the elevators was almost routine. The most time-consuming part was the removal of the fairings around the base of the stabilizer. Removal of the rudder was also our first step in trimming the tail down to a stub. With that accomplished, we could start on some of the bigger tasks, that being the complete removal of the horizontal stabilizers.
Yeah.
What's gonna keep that thing from sliding? I want to get a couple more guys on it. That's too much. That's too much. Okay, take it out. Come on, guys. You got it. Lift it up just a tad.
Well, that about concludes it. We've had a tremendously productive year, and we sincerely thank all those who devoted their time, their talents, their mind and muscle power to get this job done. And hopefully our comet will make it down to the Smithsonian someday, where instead of sitting derelict, it'll remind everybody of its history-making past as the world's first jet airliner.
If you liked this video, please make a donation at dehavillandcomet.com so we can continue funding the Comet Project.